Well, here we go on another fun, exciting, enjoyment-filled week of trucking. And another week of storms, the way it looks. Right now the wind is blowing like crazy. We're still at home. We're gonna run over, visit mom and dad, jump on the truck, start it up, let her warm up for about a half an hour, then we're hit the road. Oklahoma City, Sulphur, all those places that just got hit not too long ago. You guys are in the crosshairs today. The Weather Channel says Torcon 9. But do you always trust the Weather Channel? They kind of have scare tactics. And she heard me talking.
Hey, that's not yours.
Oh, that's not a toy.
That's not a toy.
Let go, not a toy. Let go, let go. Our leveling valve, or height control valve. I almost forgot it. We were going to put it on before we left today. No. So I'm just going to crank the air up on it. Give her a little bit more of a kick in the butt. The old one to last at least until tomorrow. We'll put it on tomorrow while we're out on the road. I thought you weren't going with me this week. Yeah, you're silly. Of course I'm gonna go with you. This is the true test of our new glasses. Once I put the truck in reverse. This is the true test of our new glasses. So far with the normal glasses on, I can see my gauges, which is a huge plus. Before I couldn't see my gauges. I was just going off of memory, which is pretty easy to do when you've driven the same truck day in, day out. And all you gotta do is remember where the needle is at. You don't need to know what numbers it is. They seem to be working pretty nice. You gotta get used to that blur thing, you know, when you're turning your head. We'll see how the sunglasses version of these work out a little bit later. I gotta honk my horn, hold on. Uber Dad and Harley, they were telling me to honk the horn, so I'm honking the horn. Can you guys see me? Like what I'm holding for a camera and my glasses? I don't want that. Then you guys start chomping on me. You can't see me. Alright. Today we are heading up to Sioux City, Iowa, where we are going to grab our trailer. And then we are going to head for Olathe, Kansas. Just go with Kansas City. It looks like it says Olathe, Kansas. If I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me. But we're just going to go with Kansas City because it's basically Kansas City. The Weather Channel says Kansas City is in a Torcon level of like 6 or 7. But like I said earlier, the Weather Channel, they like to scare people pretty good. I changed my other mind. The truck trying to change my mind for me. I forgot just how bad that leveling valve is. I tried to adjust it just a pinch, and you could go up and down with it like this, and the bags were like, yep, we're not moving, dude. It's not doing anything. So we're gonna do that now. I think one of you guys, a subscriber, was here in Sloan, Iowa at Come and Go, and I think you were leaving. You honked your horn, waved, and then you kept going. Dude, you had a puppy dog. I think it was a bulldog. I don't know. But you had a puppy dog. Don't honk and keep going if you have a puppy dog. If you have a puppy dog, you must stop and let me pet said puppy dog. Yes, he would be very upset. But it was a cute puppy dog. Had its head all out the window looking at me as he was driving by. And the screwy part is, when I was coming into the truck stop, he was sitting over there. Well, his truck was, and the dog was sticking its head out the window. And I'm like, oh, I should record that puppy sticking its head out the window. It's so cute. And I didn't record it, but I should have recorded it, because it turns out I think it was one of you guys. At least he didn't look familiar. He was honking, and I don't think I knew him. If I knew you, I'm really sorry. Run in and get our $75 lemonade, run up to Sioux City, get to the yard, and then we'll switch that leveling valve out. Opie, it's starting to rain. We should have changed it at the truck stop. Try telling you that, Dad. You got the old one off. Fetch. Alright, let's get the new one on. Dad, you should clean that up. Well, he ain't got time. It's gonna rain. Whatever, you're gonna regret it. Come on, there's no reason in both of us getting soaking wet. We'll admit, you smell a little worse when you're wet. Get in there. Come on. Tough to get you when you were in that spot. Okay, we're loaded up. I don't know how much is in the trailer. It started raining pretty good, and I don't want to get back out and go get the paperwork. So we're just gonna mosey down the interstate. When it stops raining, we'll get out and we'll look in there, and I will tell you what is in the trailer and how much it weighs. Realistically, we probably should go to a cat scale and weigh it, just to make sure my load gauge is right, because I messed with the thing that controls my load gauge. What are those now? 10, 12 bucks? You go to across the cat scale. It's been quite a few years since I've actually used a cat scale. We're not gonna weigh it. Or know by the way it rides. £43,000 of numbers. That's what's in the trailer. I knew it was going to be numbers. I just didn't know how much weight was going to be in there. I knew when we left the yard, I'm like, well, she feels a little stout. It is a little bouncy. We slid the tandems back a little bit, but if that doesn't take care of that bounce, we will end up stopping by a cat scale. Gosh, it's probably been 3 years since I've been on one of those. What do you think? What is it up to? I remember it used to be under $10, then it went up to 10. I think the last time I paid for it, it was $10. But we will, if it continues to bounce, we will weigh it, and then I might have to adjust that leveling valve a little bit more. There is a drawback to wearing glasses now. I went into Subway to get me a sub. Well, you can really see that food does not look pleasant. You know, like the vegetables and the bread and stuff. Before it's kind of like, oh look, it's vegetables. I'm trying to figure out how to get back to my truck without getting super wet. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Well, let's try to pretend you can hear me. We are coming into Council Bluffs, Iowa right now. Nice and blue, a little dark. And you see that right there? There's a tornado warning in that. I am listening to one of the best weathermen I've ever heard on YouTube. Ryan Hall, y'all. Yeah, just like that. Ryan Hall, y'all. And I tell you what, the guy is magnificent. It's better than any weather channel I've ever listened to. He's got multiple spotters, multiple chasers. He's got people talking in the background if he needs it. But I've been watching that as we've been coming down Interstate 29 here. And then just thinking, well, it's not really doing much. Well, on his YouTube channel, it will come across tornado warning, new tornado warning. And then he will pick it out, find it, and he just said, down here, actually the previous track around that Boys Town area down here around Omaha is where that tornado warning is. And well, that's gonna be right around there. And yeah, storm chasers we are not. So I am not going to pull over on the side of the interstate because, well, there's no reason to right now. But if we keep proceeding, we are going to drive straight into it. So let me think here. We have a couple off-ramp options coming up. I'm thinking I might actually try to make it to Sap Brothers there. Once we get to Sappy Brothers, we might just hang out just for a little bit. Guys, it's going to be all night. That's all there is to it. We're basically going to be hiding from tornadoes all night. Because we're heading for Kansas City. And the Weather Channel earlier when I said scare tactics, they weren't. Oklahoma's just getting slammed again. Whew. Oh no. It's the truck. He hates storms, but you put him in the truck and he is just dandy. Went over there to use the restroom. We're parked just across from it. Tornadic activities. Ryan Hall, y'all, says take shelter now. Tornado warnings haven't been issued yet, but he says they're gonna be, just to the, well, it was to the north, south of us. Now it's on us and into the south of Omaha, which is right where we're at. We are just south of Omaha and Council. She's a rocking and a rolling, man. This is one of those nights where I probably should have said, nope, I don't want to go trucking. It's going to be a long night. If we don't make our delivery, we don't make it. I think we should. I don't know. Between my weatherman dad and mom's jumping in there a few times, and then that Ryan Hall y'all, that YouTube channel, I'm staying up to date pretty good. I know when to pull over and when to get back on the road. It is kind of funny. Dad is watching where I'm at more than like a weatherman is. So like the tornado warnings that were just going off just south of us around Nebraska City and Auburn area, Dad would send me the text saying, hey, here's where the tornado warnings are at, so many miles ahead of you, blah blah blah. Then a couple minutes later I'd hear that Ryan Hall y'all come across there and say the same thing that Dad was saying, but his was just much more delayed. Expectedly so. He's covering a huge area and Dad is covering just me. Remind me, we really need to seal the roof of the truck. She's leaking a lot. Like, I got water up on my dash. I got that rag stuffed right there. We need to get back up there and reseal everything. Hanging in there, big dog? You don't even know it's storming, man. If we were at home right now, he'd be going ballistic. He wouldn't be letting me sleep an ounce. The poor dog hasn't been outside in about 4 hours, a couple 100 miles. He hasn't been out. It's raining. It's not even worth trying to let him out. He wouldn't go anyway. All right, amigo. This isn't one of those leisurely walks. Let's get our job done and get back in the truck. This is the lightest it's going to be all night. Thank you. Thank you so much. I knew you had a lot built up. It's been a while since you got out. Are we good? Whoa. Are we good? Eye doctor tells me, because I tell him that even with glasses, by the end of the day, I can't see. Everything is blurry, even with glasses. He says my eyes are too dry, so I have these eye droppers. They're real they're not fancy, they're just normal. Supposed to make my eyes wet. He wants to do something to one of my tear ducts or my tear ducts and make it to where my eyes are not dry. Have any of you ever had that done? I haven't, and I haven't talked to anybody so far who's had it done. And kind of thinking about doing it. Think that shirt's dry yet? Well, it's getting there. Hi. Can I lay beside you? Can I come down here and lay beside you? Can I be comfortable? No? No? Yes? No? I give up. We're north of Mountain City. We've only traveled like 275 miles. Apparently there is another tornado warning just north of Kansas City. Now I don't know if I'm running from or hiding from tornadoes or if I'm just hiding from warnings. I haven't heard anything yet. But that Ryan Hall guy that I watch, I think he only covers areas really well if he has chasers in them, because it's all Oklahoma. He'll say a warning up here, but then he won't talk about it at all. I give up. We'll try it again. We'll go to sleep for a little bit and try it again. The load needed to be there first thing tomorrow morning. I don't know if it's going to make it there first thing tomorrow morning or not. We're not far from it. We're only about, I'd say, well, less than 100 miles from it. So we'll try it again. But as for tonight, I'm cooked. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. Well, that's a new way to look at it. A pet comfort area. We stopped, we gave up. We sat for about, I'd say about 3 hours. And this is the difference right here. If you just pull over and you sit for 3 hours. We're going to be just a tad late to our, well, we're going to be on time to our unload, but just a tad late to our reload. Everybody will live. Mountain City. We are just south of Mountain City, Missouri. Watching all the storms roll through. You know, in Kansas City, it was just getting slammed. And I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. So I just pulled over. We parked it. And this is the difference you get. There's stars up there. Ours is the truck way down on the end with the headlights on. Yeah, I didn't forget them on the whole time we sat here, but I flipped them on to see if it was raining still, see if I could let Opie out, and I didn't shut them off. It's okay, we can find the truck easier that way. We are 80 miles from 08, Kansas. Well, 80 miles from our delivery. So we're gonna jump back on the interstate. We're gonna go make our delivery, and then go from there. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go from there. This is still hands down one of the best deliveries I think I make out here on the road. This facility, it isn't that old, but it's still very nice. The people are still always very polite. It's the same thing as always, guys. We're gonna drop this trailer off here, and then we're gonna pick up an empty trailer. You'd never guess that it was storming like crazy a few hours ago. I'm glad we stopped. I'm glad we kind of decided it isn't going to happen. We're going to have to stop for a little bit and let the storms go by. Okay, so we are hooked onto our empty trailer, and it is a nice one. We have a fairly new one. It's not brand new, but she is fairly new. I'd say maybe a year old. That should work out pretty nice. I'm not too sure what our reload is going to be, but that's not going to be in today's video anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It is empty, it is dry, it is clean, so wherever we do go, it should be no problem at all. If you guys have not yet, please go check out truckingwithschmidt.com. There's all kinds of merchandise, all kinds of personal blogs from my old man, pictures. What else? Just go check it out. My dad puts a lot of work into that website, puts a lot of work into that merchandise stuff, so I do feel it's worth a check-see if you guys get a chance. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Other than that, I'm going to cut you guys loose right here. I'm going to leave you and pick you up tomorrow in tomorrow's video. And I'm just rambling. Stop talking. It's a struggle. It really is. Okay. You guys stay safe. And as always, I'll see you next time.